Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much through. There'll still be lots to enjoy. Appreciating this truly beautiful evening, a night that is absolutely ideal for a game of football. The scenes here really are something, a beautiful picture under the floodlights. Traffic and transport around here, not the kindest, but regardless of that, the fans have found a way of getting here. There is a sense of theatre and the decibel levels. Vinicius Junior! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality. Sanchez. He's going to be disappointed with that. Borja. Uribe. And Sinisterra. Some good work on the right flank here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Eva Nielsen. Machado. Lacado. Quintero. Munoz. He's got away with one there. Gabriel with the clearance. Lacado. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Danilo. What a throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Munoz. To Quintero. Borja. Out towards the flank. Swung over into the middle. There will be a throw-in. Sinisterra's cross. Oh, that's a key interception. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Douglas Luiz. And here's a chance. Keeper's not concerned by that.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
No, that's been intercepted. Marquinhos. And he's forced to go back. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Marquinhos. And it's played forward. Oh, red, nice interception. Uribe. And Sinisterra. Quintero. And Sinisterra. Aim forwards. Marquinhos. Marquinhos. To Douglas Luiz. Rodrigo. Douglas Luiz. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Vinicius Junior!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Some really good ball movement. Douglas Luiz. Picked out brilliantly. Been well dealt with.
That right side seems to have become a very good outlet for them now. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space.
Munoz. Now it's Cordoba. Shapes to shoot! Clears it away. Danilo. Spread neatly. Rodrigo. He's beaten the offside trap. And he's heaved it away. And he has been fouled there. Passing is crisp and sharp. Brazil finding their passes. Vinicius Junior. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, can he get onto this? Marquinhos. Forward it goes. That's played into space. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, that's nice. There's the ball in. Towering header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Eva Nielsen. Opts for safety. Uribe.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Oh, that's well spotted. Machado. Gently done. Cordoba. Sinistera. Oh, important interception. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, I think both teams are actually playing quite well, and there's not a lot for us to complain about. I think we've got a shot fest on our hands.
Played out towards the right wing. Played into the box. And that's been repelled. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's found him in space. Douglas Luiz. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Douglas Luiz. And it's Danilo. He's having a go! Now in for the pieces! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead! Ospina, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
But that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Marquinhos. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That has been cut short. Lukumi. Munoz. Forwards and with intent. Ball is over the line. No, again there's no way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, nicely intercepted. Shifted upfield. Turns back here, probably the best option. Forward it goes. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, good spread. And he cuts out the supply. Bruno Guimaraes. Rodrigo. Played out to the right. Munoz. Looks to bypass the midfield. Munoz. He's a sharp little ball here. Sinistero's cross. Cleared away. And they can counter here. He can run onto that. Now it's Rodrigo. Ospina can pick that up. Quintero. Munoz moved on forwards. Defending of the desperate variety. And that is a little undercooked. Danilo. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Stood up well to him there. It's an inviting looking ball, that. All the time, excellent interception. Vinicius Junior. Now that's well seen too. Up towards the front line. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Danilo. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Douglas Luiz. Now it's Rodrigo. Steaming on Rodrigo! Decent enough try. Machado. Gently done. That's been cut out, well played. Vinicius Junior. Eva Nielsen. Over to the left. And a header! He's missed, but not quite that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Munoz. Forwards and with intent. Out to the right. Cordoba. Sinistera. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Oh, good ball. And the ball's a good one here. He's had a hit! He's scored! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Danilo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Flings in across. Defence has got rid of that. Douglas Luiz. Vinicius Junior. Now that's a fine challenge. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Rodrigo. And it's Danilo. He is just caressing the ball. Douglas Luiz. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Proves too strong.
And the counter could be on for Colombia now. Borja. Sinistera. Now it's Cordoba. Oh, it's played into the area. Marquinhos. Played over towards the opposite flank. Played to Danilo. Good spot, he's seen the run. Now it's Rodrigo. He's got away. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Danilo. He's gone for goal! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Douglas Luiz, and it's played forward. Calmly anticipates. Threads one in. Borja. Marquinhos clears. And it's Quintero. That has been knocked clear. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Munoz. And the return pass. Now who's going to be first to this? Cordoba. Oh, good spread. Douglas Luiz. Vinicius Junior. Uribe. Aim forwards. That's interception. His positioning was spot on. Danilo. Douglas Luiz. And Danilo. Douglas Luiz. Brazil looking to pass their way through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Marquinhos. Gently done. Moved on forwards. Marquinhos gets over and intercepts. Vinicius Junior. In by Vinicius Junior. Munoz. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chance to shoot now! Well, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Sinistera. Very nicely done. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, he's enjoyed that. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. flanking! It's hit the crossbar! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Douglas Luiz. And Gabriel. Danilo. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. That is lovely. Gets good distance on it. Aimed in towards the centre. Defending, but that'll do. And that has been clubbed away. Danilo. Douglas Luiz. It's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. Great ball, and there's the hit! That's a half-decent try. Mercado. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was alert to it. He's through, now is he in? Sinisterra! He's done very well to get to that.
Sinisterra clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Great leap! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's the throw. Lovely bit of skill. Great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Douglas Luiz. We are into stoppage time. Rodrigo. Pinches it off him. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, there's the clearance. He's going for goal! Just off target. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And We're already back underway here. Quintero. Looking for the runner.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
Sinistera. Quintero. And it's Quintero. Bruno Guimaraes. To Douglas Luiz. And it's Danilo. Rodrigo. Eva Nielsen. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Played with finesse. It's out for a goal kick. Sinistera. Munoz. Douglas Luiz. It's Vinicius Junior. And it's Danilo. Gabriel goes direct to the front line. Just eases him off the ball. Bruno Guimaraes to Douglas Luiz. That's tidy. Look at this big chance! Now then, the ball's come loose. Played out wide. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Uribe. Oh, can he get onto this? Douglas Luiz.
Rodrigo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Cordoba. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Great defending, strong and determined. Douglas Luiz. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nicely intercepted. Rodrigo. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. And the counter is on. He's found a way past. Shot a goal!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, well played, well played. Rodrigo. Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior. And Rodrigo. And it's played forward. Now that's well seen too. Bruno Guimaraes. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Well, that's an inviting ball. That's a throw. Douglas Luiz gets his pass away, and he's in on goal! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's had it taken off him. Douglas Luiz. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Into the box. Forwards and with intent. Eva Nielsen. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Danilo. Oh, nice touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. Bruno Guimaraes opts for safety. Machado looking to hit the front line. Marquinhos. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Danilo. So we've reached the hour mark. That's been cut out, well played. Forward it goes. Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Eva Nielsen! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's hoisted clear. Nice control. Danilo with the cross. Douglas Luiz. Played out to the right. Danger averted for now. And it's Danilo. Oh, such a clever touch. Opts to play it back. Knocks it out wide. That's good play. Turns and goes back. He's cut it out. Douglas Luiz, Danilo, Sanchez is there, and he can get that clear. Here comes another cross.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Cordoba. Sinistera. Now it's Cordoba. Rodrigo. Eva Nielsen to Douglas Luiz, and it's Danilo. Oh, sweet feet. Douglas Luiz. Massive leap! Oh, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Machado, shifted upfield. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Bruno Guimaraes. And that has left him in a heap. And he's there to clear it. Marquinhos. And Gabriel. And he's forced to go back. And he's got his range wrong there. Oh, can he get onto this? Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Quintero. Sinistera. Sinistera. And he'll shoot here. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
And that has been cleared. Marquinhos. Gabriel. Played to Danilo. And it's Danilo. Gabriel. To Douglas Luiz. Danilo. And Rodrigo. Turns back here, probably the best option. Danilo. And Gabriel. Gently done. Eva Nielsen. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Goal! Brazil! And again they hit the front. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Brazil get themselves into the lead. Aim forwards. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Munoz. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Sinistera. Here's Cordoba. Sinistera. Now it's Cordoba. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Rodrigo. Marquinhos attempts a clearance. Gabriel. Douglas Luiz. And it's Danilo. That'll be a throw-in. Quintero. Machado. Plays it forward. Douglas Luiz. Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Keeper's ball. Sanchez. And Sinisterra.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior. It's a loose ball. Juan Quintero did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's played forward. Machado. Tries to get it clear. Oh, that's well spotted. Played out to the left flank. Played into space out wide.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Forward it goes. Can he latch on to this? Gabriel getting this one clear. Sinisterra. In with the challenge. Uribe is fouled.
We all love a try, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Marquinhos. And Gabriel. Douglas Luiz. And it's Danilo. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Away from immediate danger. Lukumi played in with accuracy. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rodrigo. He's in, great hit! He scores! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Ricardo. Oh, it's come loose. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Quintero. And it's Quintero. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Marquinhos gets rid without sophistication. Sinistera. Douglas Luiz. Looking for options for movement. Eva Nilsson. Away.
Brazil clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score, which the ball was recovered.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Fiddles it through. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Well, the manager here is telling his defence to come right back, I think.
Well, I think he's telling them that they need to get a little more cautious here, because it's clear he doesn't want them just chasing and running down everything. He wants a little more conservatism to kick into this game.
And it's Quintero. Spread out to the left. Quintero. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Danilo. Super ball, out to the left it goes. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a goal kick. Uribe. Colombia finding their passes. And the shot! No, not quite. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Just eases him off the ball. It's run loose here. Vinicius Junior, over to the left. Machado, forwards and with intent. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Cordoba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Danilo. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Oh, easy pickings there. Borja. And it's played forward. Marquinhos cuts it out. Danilo. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And Marquinhos. Aim forwards. No, that's been intercepted. Douglas Luiz. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played out towards the right wing. In it comes. And that should be the keeper's. Marquinhos. Douglas Luiz. Munoz. And Sinisterra. Borja. Gabriel is the guilty party there. Eva Nielsen. He could be in here. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Ospina sends that a long way. Vinicius Junior. Played out to the left flank. Sanchez tries to clear. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle.